pick from my bowl of goodies, as I like to call it, and see what kind of clues we can get as to who this person is. So this might be physical features, initials, zodiac signs. We'll just see what comes through. Okay, so we have August here. You might meet this person in August. You may have met them this past August. They might be born in August. You might be born in August. August might be significant in some way to your connection. We have the letter S. This can be first name, last name. It can also maybe be the initial of a place that you met. We have an H as well. Same thing. Any of these letters can indicate this person's name. They can indicate a special place where the two of you like met or where you hang out. We have I. And these can also be an indication about you. Some of these initials can be, or some of these letters can be your initials. We have the number 9, so the 9th of a month, maybe August 9th might be somebody's birthday or an important date in your connection. 9s also talk a lot about, okay you guys, sorry about that. There's some people cutting a tree down outside and a huge branch just fell, so I had to cut the camera off for a minute and go and investigate, but it looks like everything's fine. We were talking about the number 9, so that could be maybe August 9th or just a number significant in your connections. 9s talk about a level of completion, but then more to come. So this could be a connection that has already started in the past and didn't quite reach a level of completion. We have the letter V. We have the letter O. Trying to see if we can spell anything yet. We have brown hair, so this person might have brown hair. You might have brown hair. This can also, for some reason right now, this is making me think of somebody who dyes their hair. So this could be somebody who naturally has brown hair and maybe dyed their hair a different color or likes to change the color of their hair often. I don't know why that's coming to me, but it is. So that might be significant for some of you. We have February, so we have August, we have February. This person might be a Leo. They might be a Virgo, an early Virgo. It could be Aquarius. Lots of possibilities here. You guys have a lot of little papers. We have the letter G. April. So I'm going straight to Aries energy here. Maybe some fiery energy coming through. We have potentially Leo and Aries energy, so there might be a lot of fire here. November, again, potentially Sagittarius energy. It doesn't have to be, they could be a Scorpio, but I'm just getting like a lot of fiery energy coming through for this person. July. Yeah, there is something here. It would be interesting to know if your person is a fire sign, if you do know who this person is, or if you have a particular person on your mind, because there is some fire energy coming through here. We have L, maybe L for Leo. We have March and E. So take that as it resonates. Some of this might make sense to you, some of it might not. Some of it, you might even later realize that there was actually a connection and you didn't see it at first. So it's always interesting with these kind of random draws here, just to see what will come through and see what kind of significance there might be. And some of this might tie into your reading later. So I'm going to push us to the side and we'll just kind of, shall see. Let's make enough room, because what I want to do now is just dive into your tarot. So we're going to be looking at the Golden Universal Tarot, and we're going to find out about this person. We can find out some traits about this person. We might even be able to pull some physical features about this person. We'll just kind of see like how it comes through and what seems to resonate. But let's just see who this person is that's coming toward you. Okay. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands coming out. This is definitely a planner, and maybe quite an adventurous person. Ten of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. So let's see. I do think that your person likely has gone through some kind of hurt. It could be in the form of heartbreak, or it could just be in the form of challenges in life. I do think that this deck is interesting. This Ten of Swords is really interesting because typically the person is depicted laying on their stomach with the swords in their back. And this person has the swords in their chest and abdomen. So I'm getting the feeling that this person is kind of a go-getter. I think there's somebody who kind of dives in head first, and maybe will get hurt sometimes from doing that, from having that kind of energy, but I don't think it scares them. I get the feeling that they'll do it again. Like, they might be a bit of a risk taker. I was picking up on the energy of being adventurous. So what I'm seeing here is that this person is very adventurous, and that doesn't mean that things always work out perfectly for them. They're not afraid to take a risk. They're not afraid to get hurt, whether that's emotionally or physically. So they might have like daredevil tendencies. This might be somebody who is into skydiving or bungee jumping or something like that, where they are thrill seeking, but it also could just be somebody who's quite brave when it comes to just kind of like going out there and giving things a shot. And even if it takes them down, I just feel like they don't give up. So we had a lot of Cups energy come out at the end of this line of cards, and I'm thinking this energy of being really willing to kind of put themselves out there, I think that plays into their emotional stability and how they're willing to offer love to you. So this might be somebody who has been hurt in the past, or who has had disappointments in the past, but I get the feeling that if they were disappointed in love before, they actually put themselves out there to experience love and romance with somebody, and they may have gotten hurt, but they're not the type of person that now shies away from love because of it. They're still really willing to offer you something when they come into your life. They're very open and willing to offer you something, even though their past might have been a little bit difficult for them. Even though they may have been rejected or they may have been wounded in the past, they're still very open to experiencing something with you. So I think that's like a really admirable quality about them. I do think that there might be, with this adventurous side, there might be an element of, like, this person might have like shiny object syndrome. I think that they are somebody who looks to the future and who plans, and they might switch gears a little bit faster than you want them to sometimes. Maybe they're on to the next thing before they've completed the first thing. So that might be something to look out for about them. Maybe you know this person and you kind of know them to be this way. It could be an energy where the two of you can kind of balance each other out in that way. I just think that this person is, they're very open, they're very adventurous, and it's probably a quality that you grow to admire about them. But yeah, the completion of projects could be a little bit of an issue for them with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I also kind of, you know what I'm picking up on from this is that it might not even be the follow through. For some of you, it could be that they're kind of on to the next thing and don't follow through. But I think for a lot of you, what it is that they are just so adventurous that mundane life can seem just really boring to them sometimes. So just the regular day-to-day. I think this is somebody who's going to keep you on your toes. It's somebody who wants to go out and have fun, like, quite often. They don't want to just they like to shake things up. And I feel like that really means different things for different people, because some of us are like kind of homebodies, but we still want to have a bit of variety. So I think that they want to have variety with you, and that they are kind of looking toward the future with you a lot of the time, a lot of planning. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they are extremely outgoing. It just means that they like kind of a new and different energy in the relationship. I think they're going to be the ones to bring that breath of fresh air to the connection. And some of this might be past energy too. This could be kind of how they've shown up in the past, and maybe in your connection, some of these aspects of themselves change. We'll get a few more cards and see what else. So we have the Fool card. So yeah, there is an energy of a newness here, and that could be a newness in your connection, or a new way that they're viewing themselves because of this connection. But they definitely, there's somebody who's not afraid to kind of step out there and try something new. We have the Nine of Wands. That's really interesting energy. I'm trying to really tap into that Nine of Wands energy, because there was a lot of openness from this person, and then this Nine of Wands is making me think about boundaries. So this might be somebody who really does have a lot of healthy boundaries, because they do seem to be kind of open and adventurous. I think what's going on here is that this is somebody who, yeah, this is somebody who has, they've had a lot of experiences in the past that have made them feel like they can't be open. So I think what I'm picking up on here is that when the two of you come together in this connection, it's going to give this person a lot of confidence. So whether this person is quite adventurous when you first meet them or not, I think that the energy that this connection lends to them is one of newness and of more freedom than they've felt before. So this will vary depending on kind of who you are and what this connection is, if you know this person or not. But I'm now that I'm seeing all of these cards here, I'm thinking that this energy of being quite free and of wanting to explore and wanting to offer this love really comes from a place of feeling a different kind of connection with you than they felt before. Because I think this person has been through some stuff. I think that their tendency to put themselves out there has gotten them into trouble before, and I don't think it's through any fault of their own. I think this is that people disappointed them, people let them down. And if the two of you can connect and relate in that way, I think that might be a huge thing that draws you together, because I think what this person has done is kind of reinvented themselves. So if you do know who this person is, they likely have been in a negative place in their lives before and have pulled themselves out of that, and they're kind of good at starting fresh. They're really good at like just pulling themselves up by their bootstraps and really beginning again. And I think what's the most beautiful thing that I see here is that it's somebody who's really willing to still make moves, make advances, and be very open and connected when it comes to their emotional selves and being emotional with you. And it's like, from what I see here, they've had the sort of experiences that can cause a person to lock up, that can cause a person to not be so willing to explore in a deep emotional connection. But no, they have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups in the upright. So they're definitely somebody who is willing to give of themselves in that way, and somebody who's willing to kind of start fresh and step out into the unknown with this Fool card. I love that all of this finishes up with this Page of Wands. This is again a feeling of newness, a feeling of passion, I think that this connection is going to be something new for both of you. Like, it takes on a new flavor. It seems like this person is coming to this connection from a place of hurt and abandonment, and that they may have left relationships behind in the past that really decimated them. It's really a harsh energy that I'm feeling here from their past experiences. They may have absolutely felt decimated. I can't even say heartbroken. I feel like it's more than that. I feel like this is disappointment and potentially rejection and letdown and abandonment on such a deep level that it felt physically painful for them, that it was mentally tormenting for them, that they may have come out of a really dark place. But this is somebody so willing to start over again, and I love that. So I'm loving this passionate energy that they are approaching you with. They're approaching you with a lot of deep emotion and a lot of passion. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And this is somebody with depth. So maybe it can be a little bit intimidating to hear that your person may have like a lot of this kind of dark stuff, that they have some hurt and some pain in their past. But really, I think this is very encouraging because they have depth, they have a story to tell, they have something to offer, they have experience, and they know what it's like to be on the receiving end of like a really crappy, unfulfilling relationship. So I think this is someone who will be extremely mindful of how they treat you in the relationship, because they know what it's like to feel pretty tormented and really just taken out. Like that's what's coming to mind. It's almost like they were kind of taken out of the game for a period of time because of the deep hurt that they experienced. So this is definitely somebody with a past, with a story to tell, with something to offer, but it's also someone who looks toward the future. Always like focused on the future, always focused on moving ahead. Two Knights came out, which are all about movement. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving Knight, so that would be the Knight least about movement. But this Knight came out in reverse. So I think what that's showing me is that this person really is about movement. They are about the stability of this Knight, but they're not about the stagnancy that can sometimes be associated with this Knight. This came out in reverse to say that this person is willing to move, and I'm seeing that in so many of these cards. I'm seeing that with the Three of Wands here. I'm seeing somebody who's looking and planning the future. So they're probably going to be someone who makes a lot of plans with you for the future. Somebody who's not afraid to set things into motion. They're not afraid to make plans for, 2 weeks from now. Whereas a lot of people are really afraid of commitment, this person isn't. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is somebody who, when you meet them, they're trying to set up your second date. They're trying to figure out when you can see each other again and when you can talk again. Instead of that type of person that ghosts you after you have a meeting or after you have a phone conversation, then you don't hear from them anymore. This is someone who's always looking towards what's the next thing? How can we move forward? And they're very emotionally available, and they feel very emotionally mature. And that's why I'm kind of liking seeing some of the heavier stuff that they've been through, because that has molded them into somebody who is emotionally mature enough. Okay, I feel like I'm getting all tongue-tied. This is someone who is emotionally mature enough to offer you the kind of commitment and stability that you're probably looking for, because they've been through it on their own. They've been through it themselves when that hasn't been offered to them. So, love this. I'm also loving the mix that we have out on the board here. Like, it's like we've got some swords, we've got wands, we've got pentacles, we've got cups. I think this person is really balanced. I keep being drawn back to this Fool card and this Three of Wands. So this person definitely, they've got they've got that adventurous side to them. It's coming from such a balanced place, though. It doesn't feel rash or not spontaneous. It just doesn't feel like irrational. It doesn't feel like they're making decisions too quickly without thinking them through. They're super balanced, but they're always ready to to begin again, to look at the glass as half full, to plan the next exciting thing. So, I mean, this is someone, they're coming from a place of knowledge, and they still choose to be positive like this. They're not naive. This is definitely not somebody who hasn't experienced things, and that's the only reason that they can find it within themselves to be positive. They are not naive at all. They have experienced a lot. They've been through mental torment. They have been through physical and emotional pain, and they still show up like this. So, kind of a beautiful energy, a really special person coming towards you. Let's look at your relationship together. So I'm going to use your oracle cards to do this. I'm going to try to keep your tarot out just in case I want to refer back to it, but there's a lot going on here, so I don't know if I'll be able to fit everything, so just bear with me. Okay, so for your kind of main energy about your connection, we have the Cave. And then your oracle cards, we have Body and Soul, and we have Tender Embrace. Okay. This is, I'm getting the feeling that your connection is almost sacred to this person, and really to both of you. I think both of you view this connection as something extremely, special, extremely, I think sacred is the best word. I think both of you really guard this connection and really take the time to spend quality time together, to get to know each other, to like kind of retreat and recharge together. So I do feel like this is the type of connection where the two of you like to sneak off and have alone time together. You might be more into like chilling, like having a movie night, than going to a big party. Your person may be interested in travel, so I wouldn't be surprised if your connection involves a lot of travel, but I say that in the sense of like a retreat, like a romantic getaway, or like a spa vacation or a beach vacation, some place where the two of you can really rest and can really spend a lot of good quality time together. So I just don't see you taking big kind of what is the word that's coming to mind? I want to say hyperactive trips. I'm having kind of the image of like crazy spring break and like lots of party people and loud, obnoxious. That's not the vibe I'm getting for you guys. I think if there is travel involved in your connection, it's going to be kind of like a slower paced retreat, things that are designed to rejuvenate both of you. And I think that what's unique about your connection is that you are rejuvenated by spending time around each other. So if you're someone who can relate to feeling drained when you're around other people, and if you feel like you need to recharge by yourself in order to kind of like recover from being in social settings, this is somebody who, it's like when you're with them, you feel like you're alone. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you feel the same way. You can recharge the same way that you can on your own with them, and maybe even better sometimes, because they're really kind of like providing something for you there. You're really helping and nurturing each other in this way that makes it so that their presence is like a rejuvenating experience for you. This Body and Soul card really speaks to that too. This is a connection where you're very, very comfortable around each other. I think you feel comfortable around each other right from the beginning. It just kind of feels like home. It feels natural. It feels like you can relax and be yourself, and that's what allows you to be able to like recoup your energy even when you are around another person, because you're being completely yourself. You're completely put at ease in this person's presence, and it really allows for that deep kind of replenishment. I do think this person might be like, they might be into making you feel nourished and replenished. So maybe they love to give you massages, or maybe you do that for each other, but it's like you participate in activities that make you feel renewed together. So I am seeing a lot of like private time for the two of you. I'm seeing that it feels good and it feels special for you to just be alone and just be in each other's presence. You might find that that you kind of want to be withdrawn a little bit. Like, I wouldn't say take this to the point of it being detrimental to the other relationships and connections that you have in your life, but I just think that both of you are going to really prioritize that time that you have together. So there might be less like hanging out with friends, or less going out, or whatever has been occupying your time before this person. There's just going to be like this feeling of wanting to be around each other all the time. I also think that this person is going to bring you a great sense of comfort when it comes to your body. So I think you're going to, this person's going to help you feel really comfortable in your own skin. And I think that comes just from a place of them feeling so nurturing and so protective over you and so attracted to you. I think this person really makes you feel very beautiful or very attractive. They let you know how special you are to them, and it just brings you so much comfort and security. And this could filter out into other areas of your life. I think this goes beyond a physical comfort. I think this can be a comfort that you feel just in yourself, your confidence, your ability. So you might find that you're like more confident at work, or when speaking to other people, you feel more confidence in what you're saying, or there's just something about this person that makes you feel more secure in yourself. And it's kind of a beautiful thing, because I think it's giving you almost like a superpower. Even when you're not around them, you just walk away with a feeling of confidence. I think this is a very loving relationship that's coming into your life. This tender embrace, it just makes me think of a hug. I think this is somebody that you love to hug, or that loves to hug you. I think you love just being in physical contact with each other. I think that this is the sort of relationship where the two of you are always there for each other, and there's always like a special place, a special comforting place where the two of you meet and discuss and decompress and kind of like maybe bounce ideas off of each other, or talk about your fears and your anxieties. It's like, it just feels like a safe place. Like the entire relationship just feels like a very safe place. I think the two of you quickly become each other's family. So that might mean that this is the type of relationship that kind of grows into a long-term commitment. It could grow into a marriage. But I think whether that's made official or not, I think that there's a feeling of really having your teammate here, really having a connection that is like, that's forever, something that's a deep bond that feels like this is your family now. This is the person you run to. This is the person you tell about your great day. This is the person you tell about your difficult day. This is the person you bounce ideas off of. This is the person that you express your frustrations to, and they're always there to listen, and they're always there with a hug. So, I mean, it's really a beautiful energy. I think that this person teaches you how to be kinder to yourself, and I think that you teach this person how to be kinder to themselves too. I think seeing each other through the other one's eyes is really going to change your view of everything. It's going to change your view of yourself, because when you see how this person looks at you, how they see you, how they value you, you're going to look at yourself a little bit differently. I think that goes back to this confidence that we were talking about. I think you have kind of a newfound confidence in this connection, because this person is just there for you in such a loving way that it just allows you to feel more confident. And I guess it's sort of like a safety net. You feel like you have a safety net when this person entered your life. You feel like you have somebody that you can depend on, somebody who's going to be there for you, someone who will listen, someone who will just hug you. Even if there's nothing else they can do to help the situation, they're always there with a hug. So they're really teaching you to be kind and loving and gentle with yourself. So I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards for you, and we'll just see what happens. We can see it. It might be more information about your connection. We might get some information on timing. Okay, so we had direction. Oh, wow. I suppose I'll take all of those. I was going to pull just a couple of cards. Okay, so we had direction come out. We had purity. I do think that there is a certain amount of purity in this connection. It just feels really pure and tender. I think the two of you are just very kind to each other, very loving and gentle with each other. Strength, earth, and throat chakra. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot, you guys. So this person might be an earth sign. You might be an earth sign. They might demonstrate earth sign characteristics. Based on what I was already seeing here, I do kind of get an earthiness because there is like a groundedness. There's a stability and kind of a calmness to this person. Even if they are a bit on the adventurous side, there's a calmness about your connection. Kind of that cave energy that we had here. This is earth energy to me. This just feels, it's quiet, it's still. So I think that might speak to your connection, but it could be an indication of a sign, like they may be an earth sign, you may be an earth sign. I think that this connection really lends a lot of strength to both of you. It's funny all these cards came out because I was only going to take like two, and then they really seem to kind of reiterate some of the things that we spoke about here. So let me try to just take it from left to right and be a bit systematic about this. But I think that this direction card, it can speak to a couple of different things. I think that this connection really, it kind of provides a sense of direction. It's almost like your compass. I think through this connection, you become very clear about where your home base is, where your foundation is, where you're going in life. I think that this connection really just provides you with a lot of clarity when it comes to how you want to move forward in life. And this can also speak to some of the travel that we were talking about before. So maybe the two of you love to travel together, and this can be kind of an indication of that, because it is giving me like that compass vibe. But beyond that, I think it's just about knowing where your foundation is. This is like a relationship that you really feel like you can depend on, and like a person that you know you can turn to. We kind of talked about this purity card, but there is a gentleness to this connection. There's a really pure energy, like with that tender embrace card, very pure energy. And there's something about this that offers a certain amount of strength and confidence just from being together, just from like renewing and rejuvenating each other. There's a certain strength and confidence that's coming through. I also think that the communication here is beautiful, and I think the reason the communication is beautiful is because the two of you take time to be alone and to really delve deep into who each of you are. So this throat chakra energy here does not surprise me at all, because I think that there's a lot of open communication. There's a lot of feelings on the table. There's a lot of emotional availability here. So that's kind of the perfect energy, and that makes a whole lot of sense. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you, group one. Beautiful, beautiful connection. Like it's a very soulful connection, and it's a very like calming connection. I'm feeling a calming energy from this. So I think that is how you'll know when this person enters your life. You're going to feel calm and at peace around this person, and you're going to feel like you can open up to this person right away. So I think I will leave your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sending you so much love and light. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.